Hey there, let's play the Countryle for January 3rd. Yesterday's answer was Djibouti. As always, you can skip forward to the solve by using the chapter marking in the description, or you can stay tuned to learn more about the country of Djibouti. The Republic of Djibouti is a country in the Horn of Africa, bordered by Somalia, Ethiopia, and Eritrea. It has coastline along the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. Its population is just under 1 million, and its capital is the city of Djibouti. The country is actually named for its capital city. Humans and human ancestors have inhabited the region for possibly millions of years. Together with northern Ethiopia, Somalia, Eritrea, and parts of Sudan, Djibouti is thought to have been a part of the land of Punt, which is an area mentioned by ancient Egyptian writings dating back over 4,000 years. Somali tribes established the kingdom of Adal in the 9th century CE, which attracted merchants from around the world. Its capital, Zaila, was one of the earliest cities in the world to embrace Islam. A series of sultanates controlled the region for the next several centuries. It became part of the Ottoman Empire in 1577 and was then under the control of the Pasha of Egypt from 1821 to 1841. The boundaries of present-day Djibouti were established as the first French colony in the Horn of Africa during the Scramble for Africa, starting in the 1860s. It was named French Somaliland, with its capital, the city of Djibouti. In 1958, as neighboring Somalia approached independence, Djibouti held a referendum to decide whether to remain with France. The population voted for a continued association with France, although there were allegations of vote rigging. The majority of those who voted no were Somalis who wanted to unite with Somalia. In 1966, the UN recommended the French grant French Somaliland independence, but the French refused. Another referendum was held in 1967. Voting was divided along ethnic lines again and was likely rigged, but the results supported a continued relationship with France. This led to an armed struggle for independence that included acts of terrorism and guerrilla warfare. A third independence referendum was held on May 8, 1977, which backed independence from France overwhelmingly. A civil war erupted in the 1990s between the ruling People's Rally for Progress and the Front for the Restoration of Unity and Democracy opposition group. A power-sharing agreement was reached in 2000. Djibouti is a unitary presidential republic. Its current president is Ismail Omar Guelleh, who is serving his 5th term. The U.S. State Department notes significant human rights abuses in Djibouti, including unlawful or arbitrary killings by government agents, arbitrary detention, harsh and life-threatening prison conditions, interference with privacy, unjustified arrests of journalists, interference with the rights of peaceful assembly and freedom of association, widespread corruption, and specifically violence against women and girls. Djibouti lies on a geologic tripoint where the African plate, the Somali plate, and the Arabian plate meet. This creates the lowest elevation anywhere in Africa at Lake Assal. The climate in Djibouti ranges from arid to semi-arid and is generally warm in the winter and hot in the summer. Rainfall is typically less than 5 inches a year. Djibouti's economy relies on its strategic location as a Red Sea transit point. Tourism is a growing sector as well, with the top destinations being Lake Abe and Lake Assal. Djibouti is a multi-ethnic country dominated by Somali and Afar peoples. The majority of residents speak Somali and Afar, the native tongues of those people. The official languages of the country are Arabic and French. At least 94% of the population identifies as Muslim. Djibouti ranks 166th on the Human Development Index and 125th in nominal GDP per capita. Life expectancy is 67 years. The infant mortality rate is 47.2 deaths per 1,000 live births. Literacy rate is just 46%, and Djibouti is ranked 164th on the Press Freedom Index and is rated not free by Freedom House. So, I know a lot more about Djibouti than I did before I started this. Hopefully you do too. And let's see where we go today. Oh, we're staying in Africa but heading south. Okay. Higher population, cooler temperatures. Well, as noted, Djibouti is a very hot country. Very hot. I can't imagine living in a place that hot. Let's see. How about, I just completely stopped talking. How about Tanzania? That's south. Okay. South of Tanzania and fewer people. Well, it doesn't leave very many options. Doesn't South Africa have more people? Actually, it doesn't, but it isn't South Africa. Okay, is it Eswatini? No, that doesn't have enough people. Okay. I need a bit warmer. Mozambique? Yeah, all right. I think we're in for a little bit more colonialism tomorrow. So we will learn more about Mozambique tomorrow. Look at 77%. We're getting there. In the meantime, feel free to leave a comment here or on today's Wordle video, which is linked in the description below, with the starting word for Wordle related to the country of Mozambique. And I will see you then for the next Countryle.